Ok, facciamo entrare la macchina.
Okay, let's.
Ah, sì. Illuminiamo?
A little. Believe me, this is not easy at all, but it's more interesting, more stimulating. So let's now get to the technical core of the car. So I can give the floor to Maurizio Reggiani, our Research and Development Director, in order for him to explain the most important technical features of this car. Thank you very much. See you later.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with URUS. Well, URUS is already here with us. What I wanted to tell you is that it was a great challenge for us in the Research and Development Department, namely to find a way to inoculate the DNA of a super sports car, of a Huracan or Aventador, into such a car, in an URUS, an SUV car, which put two question marks. First of all, the height of the car, because the gravity center is very high, and the weight of this car, the mass, which is much bigger than, of course, a normal car. Our goal was to have the same DNA. Another important thing is that it must be a car that is able to move and to be driven in all road surface circumstances and conditions. So we needed a vehicle that can be used in a city, on a road, as well as pensions and any dynamic element of the vehicle in the most perfect way. But this is not enough. We needed a vehicle that can be driven on earth, stones, gravel, like a rally car, without any compromises. The other challenge we had to face was to have a car that is able to surf on desert dunes. So with a special setup, this car can exploit its power and drive completely on dunes, on sand, and on any other road surface. And last but not least, low grip conditions that you can find wherever in the world, like on snow and ice. This was the goal we had, the task we assigned to our engineers. Then how did we do this? Where did we start? Since I had no graphics behind me, it's difficult to describe it, but when we start with a new project, we always have the radar diagram, which is a way for us to compare different cars and to identify the super sport car's features. So we define the profile of a super sport car by Lamborghini, and we sort of try to understand what the SUV's features are among the top range, the existing top range SUVs. And then we created the profile of URUS by taking the peculiarities of the best SUVs available, keeping it as close as possible to our super sports car. And we came to the profile of URUS, which has the Lamborghini DNA. This way we defined a sort of mission. The mission is composed of individual goals that can be attained. The first one, which is the most important for sure for Lamborghini, is the engine, the very heart of every Lamborghini. For this vehicle, we've selected a V8 twin-turbo 4-liter engine with 650 HP, 850 Newton meters. This is the very first turbo engine in Lamborghini's history, and for us, it was a very tough decision aimed at the very purpose of this car. The turbo was necessary because this car had to be able to do what I've said before, so to be driven on any road surface and overcoming any kind of obstacle. So the gearbox is equipped with an electro-hydraulic torque converter, and it has 8 speeds in order to convert and exploit the maximum power the best way, as I've said before. And in order to guarantee the all-wheel drive, we've introduced a completely new system, which is a central torsion differential, self-locking differential. And for the first time, a torque vectoring rear differential was introduced. This is different because it is not just able to dissipate energy, as it usually happens in differentials when one wheel spins. when it has no grip. With torque vectoring, the torque is transferred to the other axle in order to make it possible to still have drive and to guarantee the best road grip conditions for the vehicle. And the purpose to all of this is, of course, for the vehicle to be on the ground, which means to have systems that make it possible to exploit all of this energy, all of this power. On URUS, for the first time, we've implemented air suspensions, which make it possible to have different ground clearances, which makes it possible to have a lower setting for the car when you want to use it on a racetrack or in a sporty way, or when you